day. Another like fall day. I love it. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Just right. Just drop off the kids. Good solid morning so far. I'm really hoping to have a really productive morning. I got meetings this afternoon, and I just kind of want to, put my nose to the grind and get as much done as I possibly can in the next 4 to 5 hours. Other than that, tonight's pretty low-key. No kids, no responsibilities as far as Boy Scouts or soccer or karate or any of that. So I'm working all day, and then not really sure what we're gonna do tonight, but maybe we'll have a little fun tonight, a little golf or something along those lines. I don't know. What I do know is I probably will not be checking back in until this evening. So I have a feeling it's just gonna be that kind of a day. Today was a good day. I've been struggling a little bit, just personally with where I am. I'm making a lot of strides for health, for productivity, for a lot of different things, and I'm still struggling with where I was and where I still am. I still have a long way to go on a lot of different things. But to think about yourself in that negative light can bring up a lot of extra anxiety that doesn't really bring anything to your life. All it does is it's worry. It's the old saying, worrying's like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. And that's true. And it's easy for me to look back and say, oh yeah, that was dumb. Why was I so anxious about this meeting? It's real. When it's happening, it's real. And it's not like you can be like, oh no, it's cool, don't worry about it. Like, whatever it will be. And of course that is how I feel. At the end of the day, however anything shakes out, I can pivot. I've pivoted enough in my life to know that, whatever I gotta do to make it work, to make ends meet, I can make it work. And I know that about myself. But when you find something that you enjoy, some place you want to be, and you start thinking negatively about yourself, and even within that space of just like you're not doing good enough, you're not pulling your weight, you're a bad teammate, you're a bad employee, whatever you think, you start to make mountains out of molehills, another old school saying, and things just start piling up and snowballing. And it's like, man, like you go through all these scenarios in your head of what it could have possibly been or what it could possibly be. What did you do? What could I have done better? And you don't even know what it all means. And you're guessing, you're fabricating in your own mind. You're using your insecurities for reasons why somebody doesn't like you, or somebody doesn't think you're a good teammate, or you're not pulling your weight as an employee, or as a friend. Believe in yourself. Like, truly believe in yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. If you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I'm not coming to that from like I'm telling you this is the way to do it because this is the way I do it. I'm terrible at it. But what I've learned, and what I keep learning, what I keep being reminded of, is you have to be. If you're not, nobody else will be. You're letting those other people that won't be control how you feel about you. I'm lucky enough that I'm surrounded by good people, friends, family, co-workers that that support me and know what my quality of work is. So they are kind of my cheerleaders. They do think I do a good job. They do think I work hard, even when I don't feel that way. Even when I feel like, like, God, you are terrible. Like, you could be doing so much more. You could be doing so much better. Be your biggest cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. And that's coming from a guy who knows. And I constantly keep not believing in myself. And I constantly keep thinking to myself, like, God, you're the worst. You are the worst. You're fat. You're lazy. You don't do anything at work. You never get projects done. And it's not the case. It's just not. I think it's easier sometimes. It sucks, but it's easier to not be a fan, because if you're not a fan of yourself, or you're not your biggest cheerleader, and something bad happens, you're like, see, I knew it. I knew I was fucking it up. I knew it. I knew I was messing it up. And it's, it ends up becoming, what happened to me at my last job is it kind of started becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. And what's funny is the president of my last company actually called that out before it all went down. He's like, you keep saying that it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it ended up becoming that. And looking back, he was right. I changed my mindset. I didn't believe in myself, and I didn't believe in what was happening, and I made sure that I was going to end up resigning. That should have been enough. That should have been the point where I said, hey, I need to rethink how I think about myself. But it wasn't how I, that's not how it worked. It took years of reflection. I'm just not like years of reflection and talking through it with friends, with Amy, with just anybody that could give me insight as to why it happened. And it took me a long time to really come to terms with, most of them kind of already said that, and I wouldn't hear it. And what I will say is, when you have a partner, business or relationship wise, trust that they're not giving you what you want to hear. Trust that they're giving you what they think is best for you. I don't know if you can hear that, but I literally just walked in the door to what I'm assuming is Sam's alarm going off. Now if I can figure out which light switch is the right light switch. There we go. Figured it out. There's like 3 switches there. I always get confused. Let's go explore. Yep. I'm pretty hungry. I've been kind of going back and forth on what to eat tonight because I have my weigh-in tomorrow, and I haven't eaten much today, to be honest. I had like a bag of chips, and I bought some trail mix, but I only ended up eating like a couple handfuls of it, because it's like 140 calories in this little bag, and there's 4 servings in this little bag. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, what can I make that'll be filling and good without a ton of carbs and a ton of sodium? And my decision was stir fry. Well, that, my friends, is some solid looking stir fry.